It's this. It's this right here. This stuff is making. This is how I'm losing my marriage to this. This right here. I tried to tell y'all, but y'all keep saying y'all believe him. Y'all believe him because he got the money. What is this? It's this right here. What is this right here? This. Hey, what would you do? I got my guy E right here, man. E, what would you do, bro? If you had an issue with something and your wife or your girl went online and was like, "Yeah, man, it's this right here."
I'm denying it, bro. Deny at all costs, bro.
Hey, I don't blame Dwight, bro. Dwight had to divorce her for that. You gotta go. You gotta go. Listen, I'm not condoning any type of substance. I'm not condoning any type of drug because I don't do them. I don't recommend anyone do them. But if you married to someone who actually does it, I think the internet is not even a last resort. It's like the never. It's like a never. Like at what point do we start saying, okay, if I want people to hear me, I want it to be strangers. If I want people to fix my problem or if I want people to know my problems, let me tell it to strangers. Like, here's the thing. I expect that out of young kids, young people, because that's the world they grew up in is strangers. With like talking to strangers, interacting and all that. I get that. But Dwight's like 38, 39. I don't know how old she is, but I'm assuming around the same age. We grew up not talking to strangers at all. This whole Instagram or whole social media thing is all new. It's all new. So that should be the last thing you do. Ain't no way I'm shared a marriage or whatever you want to call it with someone, and when they go through their spiral, they go through their moments, I'm trying to look for the internet for the help. What point do you go to the internet for help?
I never go to the internet for help, bro. Unless it's like ChatGPT, ask them to help me out.
Is that considered the internet?
It's AI.
AI?
Still,
Okay. I mean, I don't know if I consider that internet. I'm talking about social media.
Social
You go
media.
to social media for anything?
Yeah,
Like for help?
For help?
Like, I'm talking about you get on camera and be like,
No,
man, I'm struggling right now.
No, I don't do that. I don't do that. No.
Man, listen, man, listen, I'm obviously I'm making some fun, I'm trying to sell, some hoodies. We got about 18 left. Shout out to the guys who tapped in. Go to goesactivewear.com to get you a real Hooper hoodie, man. Appreciate the love. But I'm just not going to the internet, man. I'm your boy Sean Suge Amos, man. It's the Real Hooper Show. I got my guy E with me. What's up, my guy?
What's good, bro?
Man, listen, brother. We seen some crazy times. The people we look up to, or we looked up to, we thinking they had the most glamorous life, and they got their wives out here showing a bag of flour, powder, Snow White days.
What you doing if you're in that situation?
Oh no, she done. She cooked. It ain't no rap. I ain't addressing it. I ain't talking to her. You just divorced, bro. Like, you just keep it moving.
Loki, you think addressing and talking about things makes it worse, especially when it comes to the internet?
Yeah, because people love it. The lie always sounds better. The lie always sounds better. But people, one thing I notice about people is when other people have success, especially at the level of Dwight Howard. When people have that type of success, people want to believe that they cheated in a way. Like I told you, they want to see the imperfection. And I think everybody is flawed. I think everybody's journey is flawed for a reason, though. It's for a reason. So trying to address it and trying to get people to believe you gonna have people who believe you. You're gonna have people who don't. And guess what? You know what's gonna trigger you? Not the people who believe you. The people who don't. You're going to be triggered. What? Man, look, I can take a drug test right now. You're gonna be triggered. So you in a no-win situation. So I'm not even addressing it. She was on there looking like she just took a hit before she got on there. I don't know, this stuff right here. Like, how you know how to open that? You feel me? Like, how you know that substance is okay to put in your hand? You know what I'm saying? But, it is what it is, man. I pray they get the help they need, man. We making fun of it, but I pray they get the help they need, bro. You see my boy Russell Westbrook, man, he had to put Kris Dunn in his place, called him a nobody. Do you know who Kris Dunn is?
Yeah, I know Kris Dunn.
You know Kris Dunn?
From the Clippers, though.
Yeah, man. See, that goes it's one of them things, bro, where you don't compare where you don't compete. You know what I mean? Like I like Kris Dunn. I like his journey. I like the fact that he's a 3-and-D guy. He's a respected 3-and-D guy as well. But we talking about Russell Westbrook here. We talking Russell Westbrook. We talking about 4-time triple-double. We talking about MVP Russell Westbrook. We talking about one of the most explosive point guards we probably ever seen in our life. I'm gonna say the most explosive point guard we've seen in our life. Like yes, Derrick Rose. I know people. What about Derrick Rose? Derrick Rose ain't explode as long as Russell Westbrook did. You feel me? So it's one of them things, bro. You just gotta stay in your lane, man. You gotta stay in your lane.
Now, when is it warranted or good or right for a player to jaw at another player or another established player?
When he's on your level, or an established player?
Yeah, like how Anthony Edwards jawed at KD that one playoff.
You gotta be Anthony Edwards,
but he doesn't have the.
Anthony Edwards got the respect of the world right now. You talking about a guy who got his own signature shoe. Yeah. You talking about a guy who been to the conference finals in the last couple years. You talking about a young guy. Anthony Edwards is a gold medalist, right? He deserves it. He could pop his shit.
How about Dylan Brooks at LeBron?
Nah, you gotta stay in your lane.
But
Dylan Brooks gotta stay in your lane. Listen, Dylan Brooks, I like his game, by the way, but the reality of it is this, right? Dylan Brooks is on record saying like his top 5 and didn't put Kobe in. Not put Kobe. Didn't put Bron in it, right? But then you go to old Twitter. Old tweet resurfaced where he was saying like LeBron is his favorite, right? So it's one of them things where you just want someone's attention and they just like ain't rocking with you. So now you like, man, you know what? I don't like nothing he do. He a crybaby. Bro, you trying to compete against LeBron James in year 20, year 19, 18, bro. You year 4, year 3. Relax. Bro, like nobody paying you no mind. You can outscore LeBron. We will never sit in a barbershop 10 years from now reminding each other the time Dylan Brooks scored 23 points and Bron scored 16 points in year 20. And he was the third option for the Lakers. Nobody will care, bro. We already know what LeBron is stamped. You got to go pick on somebody else. You got to go talk to who's another 3-and-D guy off the top. I can't think of it. Maybe Dylan Brooks and Kris Dunn you could be battling. Y'all can talk to each other about that type of stuff.
But isn't that his job though? Like remember Patrick Beverly? Where he'll go like
Patrick Beverly
or Westbrook.
Right. Patrick Beverly though. Patrick Beverly, it was his job. And I think that's what you got to do. But again, nobody who sits and be like, remember Patrick Beverly locked Russell Westbrook up. Like Patrick Beverly, Patrick Beverly is a respected defender in the NBA, but we not sitting here like, yo, remember that night he locked this person up? We just know him for his antics. We know him to get in the crowd hype, and they doing a good job. Dylan Brooks is going to get paid a lot of money for a long time because of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things where it's like, man, you gotta know where your weight at. It's weight classes for a reason. The heavyweights don't go ahead and fight with the middleweights. You know what I mean? You got bulk up a little bit, my boy. I want Kris Dunn, relax. Nobody take your ass to the bench. So hey, but then he was talking to Russell Westbrook and he got subbed in the middle of talking to him. That's embarrassing. You gotta wave coach off. Yo, no, man, chill. And then it gave Russell Westbrook more ammo. Take your bum ass to the bench. You bum, scrub, have a seat. Yeah, man. I thought we was talking about what's his name? Dejounte Murray? Dejounte Murray, is it in there?
Yeah, is that in there?
Nah, I don't see it, but I can talk about it. I don't see it. So I saw the clip, right, where Dejounte Murray, I always call him Dejounte. Dejounte Murray hit him with a crossover, stood over top of him. What you doing first, E? Somebody drop you, then stand over top of you, and let's paint the picture. Your kids in the stands.
You gotta make it seem, bro.
You gotta make it
You
seem.
gotta make it seem.
You gotta make it seem.
I feel like I forgot his name. Shed, who got dropped. He did the right thing. He kept his composure, got up, and went to go press the issue, bro.
He went to go press the issue? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to make some type of scene. I'm not letting that ride, bro. I'm not letting that ride. You got to kick him or something. You just ain't standing over top of me like that, bro. You definitely got to make a scene. And if you're not a violent person, listen, you got to interrupt the flow of the offense at that point. I'm coming right back. All right, play some defense. I'm coming right back. It's about to be Rucker Park. We not letting that slide. Have you ever been crossed and dropped?
I've been crossed, but not dropped though.
Keep it real, bro.
No, I never.
All right. So you got crossed. Mm-hmm. Now you said that confidently, like, damn, I got crossed.
Yeah, I mean,
was it how bad was the crossover? Like when you realized you got crossed, he was at the basket type of thing?
Kind of.
Damn.
He shifted me. He shifted me to one side. He went the other way.
That would mean you play 1-on-1, or you talking about somebody else?
I mean, that happened too, but I got crossed a couple of times, bro.
Damn, bro. I can't recall a time I got crossed. Like, I'm not saying I didn't get crossed. I never got crossed. I'm not saying that. Everyone's get crossed. I never got crossed like bad though. Like, yo, like there's no one walking this earth that can see me out, see me online, and put in my comments or come up to me like, you remember that time I crossed you? No one. Facts.
So you never been crossed?
I've been crossed, but not like embarrassed and crossed.
What's embarrassing cross?
Like the fact that you can remember that you got crossed is that bad. Like I've never got crossed bad.
I mean, getting shifted is still getting crossed, but that's not embarrassing.
Yeah, but not like bad though.
But I feel like touching earth.
No, I ain't never touched no earth.
I'm saying falling.
I ain't never. You touched earth?
Stumbling. No, I never touched earth. I never stumbled. I never fell. I never did anything.
Yeah, I never stumbled, never fell.
I feel like that's bad. But getting shifted, that's not. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying though, like when you say shift, like he made the crossover and you couldn't even touch him no more.
Like how AI did Jordan. I'm Jordan.
But I never been crossed that bad.
That's not a bad crossover.
That's Jordan, a bad cross. It's legendary. It's a legendary crossover.
It's legendary because who it is, but it's not a bad
It's legendary. Crossover. It would have been it's played over and over because of who it is.
Yeah.
But if you had to put a Allen Iverson mixtape together, it would have been on a mixtape.
But it's not a bad cross.
It's a bad cross. I'm not on anyone's mixtape. Would the crossover have been on somebody's mixtape?
Would have been. No, it wouldn't be on somebody's mixtape.
Oh, now look, he sound like downplaying now. He thought he was in the same boat. We not in the same boat, my boy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to disappoint you, but we not in the same boat. But everybody crossing me, dog. And you gonna get filed or something, but I never been crossed like that, bro. Like I've been a sturdy defender. Now I will throw myself in the fire. I will say there was a time someone was cooking me though. Like I remember we was playing 3-on-3 in my junior college, and my man Slim was a shooter, and he just couldn't miss. I don't care where my hand was, he would not miss. And I remember he just hit like 7 or 8 threes. Back to back. We was playing 3-on-3. I don't know what it was, bro. I just could not. Like, and he never, like, he was a shooter for the team, but he ain't never shoot like that. I ain't never seen no shit like that. He was hot. And I was like, yo, that was probably that only time I can honestly say somebody cooked me. You know what I'm saying? Like a 3-on-3. What's worse, getting cooked or getting dropped?
Getting dropped is worse, bro. Getting cooked, because a player he could just have a hot day that day. You know what I'm saying? But getting dropped, that's embarrassing, bro.
Yeah, getting dropped is kind of embarrassing. But damn, yeah, you right. I'm trying to think. Maybe getting cooked. I don't know. I'm proud of myself on my defense. So, getting cooked. getting cooked was tough for me. So getting cooked, I'm like, you can't. Yeah, then again, I can rebuttal. I have some like, if I get cooked, I can be like, man, he was setting screens. You was running around the screens. That's how I was getting cooked. But you get dropped, it's like old Jadakiss line. Jadakiss said, if you fall, if you stumble, if you in a rumble and you fall, nobody trying to hear that you stumble. That's true. If you fall, nobody trying to hear your shoes was untied. Nobody trying to hear that. So you hear the expand. You know the NBA is thinking about expanding. The NBA is thinking about expanding, and they thinking about expanding to Las Vegas or Seattle. Now, they need 23 out of the 30 NBA governors to say yes, which is right now they're saying yes to. They're saying this can be a go. Might be something that's going to happen in 2028, but it's there. They want to see the final the final evaluations for the bids and individual franchise fees before deciding whether to expand now or a few more years. So the voting that's going to take place on March 24th won't finalize the deal, won't seal the deal, but is going to push them in the right direction. The final votes will happen at the end of this year. The bids for a franchise are expected to be anywhere between 7 and 10 billion. And that's per ESPN. That's what the ESPN is saying. Let me ask you, brother. Would you, I mean, obviously, the obvious choice would be if you wanted to go to any city, if you wanted to go to Seattle or Vegas. Would you go to Vegas? I mean, Seattle?
No, I'm going to Vegas.
You never even been to Seattle. You don't know what Seattle got to offer.
I know.
They got some good players out there. Jamal Crawford coming in. Nate Robinson come from there. Another really good player come from Seattle, too. Yeah. You don't know what they...
Vibes higher in Vegas, though.
Yeah, the vibe's going to be different in Vegas, man. I think, you know what my prediction is, I think LeBron going to have a piece in one of these teams. Yeah, I think LeBron going to have a piece in one of these teams, bro.
You think it's going to be Seattle? Like, if you could have a piece in one of these teams, which team would you want?
I mean, granted, right? It's a shared profit, shared revenue business for the NBA. So that's why a lot of owners don't care if they win or lose, right? It just matter of who got a hot team. So, for instance, when the Lakers come into town and play the Wizards, it's going to fill up. So long as the teams are hot, then you won't get paid off of it. You're going to see some money from it. Which team I would want? Vegas. Vegas is the main attraction. Vegas, listen, for people my age, 40, 35 and up, whatever, we all grew up hearing the saying, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? Vegas has sayings like that. And when you finally went to Vegas, you realize it was nothing but partying. It was literally, it was nothing but party. You knew that, but it wasn't nothing out there to be like, oh, let's go again. Like Vegas to me when I was growing up, it was like a 3-day thing. Anything more than 3 days, I'm cool, bro. Yeah, that's too much, bro. It was too much drinking, too much fun for me. You talking about waking up 9 o'clock, time to take a shot. This is before people start going to Tulum and all that stuff. That was the thing. Then, so now, if you had a sports team, like you do got the Raiders out there, now you had a basketball team, oh, it's lit. It's lit. Like, listen, Vegas is so lit when it comes to nightlife, or experiences out, that like the waitresses and waiters, they have health insurance. Like the companies give them health insurance and stuff like that. They're like real jobs out there. Like those are like real jobs. Like for us over here in LA, being a waiter or a waitress, that's like stepping stone jobs. To Vegas, that's a real job. That's like a career for them. Yeah, that's like a career. Like I'm still over here. I work over here. And you start to know everyone in the area and all that stuff. You can go bounce around to different restaurants, all types of shit, bro. So yeah, I like Vegas. I think Seattle is deserving of one though. I think Seattle got a good fan base. They had a good fan base when they had Sean Kemp, Gary Payton. They had a good fan base when they had Ray Allen, Rashad Lewis. But it's going to be interesting to see. And if this happens, Minnesota Timberwolves and the Memphis Grizzlies, they're going to go to the East. They're going to go to the East. That's according to ESPN. So they go to Timberwolves go to the East. I think they can. I don't even think they're going to dominate though. I don't think they're going to dominate, but I think they'll be top 5, top 4. You know what I'm saying? I still think they got to get past Detroit. They still got to get past Boston. They still got to get past who else over there? I'm trying to think. New York, yeah, New York. I don't know why I'm drawing blanks right now, but yeah, I think top 4. I think top 4. I think they'd be better than them than most. Memphis Grizzlies. I think Memphis Grizzlies remain the same. I think Memphis Grizzlies stay right around that 9th, 10th spot. You know, I don't think they're better than the Sixers. I don't think they're better than the Hawks. I don't think they're better than those teams. But it's going to be interesting to see. I definitely want to see the expansion. I definitely want Vegas to happen. I would love to go to a game in Vegas. Take my lady to, go vibe out. You know what I'm saying? Go to vibe. Then I want to see Seattle with a new team. You know, I was looking at Bam Adebayo, when he scored the 83 points, I'm looking in the comments and I'm seeing a lot of people complain, right? I'm looking at complaints and I'm trying to dissect the complaints. I'm trying to figure out why people complain, why people don't like it. And you know what I realized, is people are used to the same 4 teams and the same players winning. And I think that frustrates people when it's not happening. Like I truly believe that's where some of the hate comes from, right? Like because it's subconscious though. They don't know it. Because like if a KD is not winning, they're like, yo, KD's not winning. He's the loser. They don't realize that it's just other people. Other people just winning and they just younger and they just team got better and stuff like that. You know, I think the hate comes in because it's like we want KD to win. We want to see KD win a championship. Why is he not in the conference? Because he's a loser. That's why. But no, it ain't that. It ain't that. It's just times has changed. Because you think about it, right? And I can listen. I understand where the fans is coming from. Growing up, we only had a few teams that was actually winning. Like, let's think about this, right? In the 80s, the Lakers won 5 championships, right? Then you got the Boston Celtics won 3. They go 8 right there. Then you have Detroit and the Sixers won the other 2. Let's go to the 90s. You got Houston won 2. Of course, the Bulls won 6. Detroit won 1. And then the Spurs won 1. Cool. Then let's go to the 2000s all the way to the 2010s, right? The Lakers win 5. The Spurs win 3. That's 8. Detroit and Miami win 1 apiece, right? So now out of the 30 years I just named right there alone, the only new face in it was Miami and the Sixers. Everything was Detroit. The Spurs won multiple times. The Spurs won multiple times. And Detroit won 1. That's it. Like the Spurs, Bulls, they had, the Lakers. The Lakers won 10 times. 10 times out of those 30 years. Then you go to 2011 to 2020, the Dallas win 1, right? Then you go, Miami twice with Bron. Then it's the Spurs. Spurs jump in there. Then you got Golden State. Then Cleveland with Bron again. Then the next 3 or 4, next 2 is Golden State, right? The next 2 is Golden State, but still got Bron in there, right? So you're used to seeing the same faces. Then you go Raptors, right? Golden State in that one as well. Then the Lakers again. The Lakers won 11. And at that point, it lasts 40 years. And Bron in most of them. And the last 5 years is a different winner. Now the average fan can't be like, the Lakers play this team. I'm gonna just watch this team. Nah. You got to watch the Wizards in Miami now. You want to see someone score 83 points? You might have to watch all the games now. Because that's what it's looking like. When Donovan Mitchell scores 70, Devin Booker scores 70, Luka, Joel Embiid, these are leading scorers. These are leading scorers of the team. Bam Adebayo, nobody's expecting that. Look, I wasn't expecting that. I get alerts on my phone. I'm seeing Bam Adebayo 60. I'm glancing at it. I'm thinking like, damn, Miami up 60? That's crazy. Like, I ain't even thinking my man had 60 points himself. I see it again. Bam Adebayo. I'm like, damn, Miami cooking. What's this doing? What the heck are they doing? Are they even out there? I look again. I'm like, hold up. It says 70. Bam, I got 70? Oh, let me tune in. I tune in, and you talking about your third or fourth option, who's now the number one option that night because Norman Powell didn't play, Wiggins didn't play, Tyler Herro didn't play. So he's your number one option at this point. And he scored 83. 80, and then so then you go, all right, I don't want to see Bam score 83. I think his 83 was sloppy. Not me personally. That's what people are saying. I think his 83 is sloppy. At the end of the day, once you get to like 70-something points and everybody giving you the ball, it's going to get sloppy. It's going to get sloppy. You go look at that Kobe Bryant 81. They was force feeding him the ball too. They was letting the Raptors score so Kobe can go ahead and get the ball again. Go look at it. Go look at the last 3 minutes. Go look at it. They was up 15. So I'm not mad at that, bro. And some people are like, yo, why they didn't take him out? Why they didn't take him out? And I keep telling you, there's a difference. If I'm coaching a player who normally doesn't go crazy on the points, and then he started going crazy on the points, I ain't going to take this moment away from him, bro. He might never do this again. Kobe was scoring 60 2 weeks before, a week before. Cooking everybody. 50-point game, 60. He was hot, red hot. So at the end of the day, yeah, Phil could have took him out. But you know why they didn't take him out? Because they wanted him to break Will Chamberlain's record of 78. That's why they didn't take him out. So I'm not mad at that. But I understand why a lot of fans are mad at it, because fans are used to comfort. And I say this all the time. Is a Nas line that lives rent-free in my head. People hate what they don't understand, fear what they can't conquer. I guess it's just a theory of man. And that's what we got. That's what we got going on in the NBA, man. That's what we got going on in the NBA. You know, another thing that we got going on in the NBA is sloppy officiating. Sloppy officiating by the NBA. Now, I skipped over one. Is that cool? Okay. I gotta be honest, right? Sometimes I go back and forth with guys, and I talk yo, man, y'all don't know basketball. It ain't the y'all keep complaining. But I get the complaints too, though. I understand the complaints. Because some of this stuff is traveling. Like, bro, like some stuff I be watching, I'm like, yo, that's a travel. That's like, what we doing? That's a foul? And I had to do some research. Like, how many fouls were they calling per game in the 90s? And I looked at the season of 96 and 97. They was calling about 20 to 25 fouls per game. 20 to 25 fouls. 2026, they're calling 37 to 41 fouls per game. Now, listen, I'm no gambling man, but if I was a gambling man, I would bet the over or under on free throw attempts if these particular refs was reffing the game. Mr. Leon Wood, Brent Barnaky, Kevin Scott, James Williams called 37 to 41 fouls per game. Just trying to throw some assists. No look. You know what I'm saying? Look, you ain't had to sign up for my You ain't had to sign up to subscribe to my Instagram. None of that to get that information. That's a no-look pass for you. You feel me? I catch that. Come on now. I'm just Jay Williams for the Sacramento Kings. Only Devontae Divac dropping the ball. I'm giving you the game. Okay? Lock in. But the officiating is sloppy. And I think everyone believes that it's the players. Oh, this is the most talented era, right? Yes. Yes. Bam Adebayo scored 83. Yes. Name the time P.J. Brown scored 83. Name a time a role player scored over 50, 60 points. Go ahead, name it. Can't. Because they ain't had the same talent. Let's let that go. But the rules do need to change, though. I think the officiating and the rules got to change, bro. Y'all got to. Hey, Adam Silver, bro, we got to do something about this. We got to do something about this. We got to do something about these rules, man. It's looking nasty. It's looking nasty out here. What do you think about the foul call? What's the least favorite thing you have, E, when it comes to the NBA game today?
For me, it's the foul calls. I ain't gonna lie. Some of these, it's the ticky-tack fouls. The ticky-tack fouls, I feel like it ruins the momentum, and I'm just not a big fan of them, bro. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that shit, man. I don't really like it. But it doesn't mean the ref is soft. This is a soft league. I don't think it's soft. I just think the officiating is terrible, man. And I'm hoping that they change that because I like to see a little physical play. Pause. But I do like to see guys play hard. I do like to see. I don't want to see the referees decide the game, man. I don't like that, bro. You know what I mean? Like the referees deciding the game, and it is not done a lot in the last few minutes of the game, but you know, leading up to that, you know, that means a lot. And I also want to see the players stop complaining to them too, man. Some of that stuff is fouls. Like I remember I was watching the Nuggets. I was watching the Denver Nuggets and the Lakers play the other night, and Jackson Hayes was contesting a Jokic 3, and he had one hand up and one hand on his chest. They called foul. He's like, what? What, bro? Are we 4 years old? Are we 7? We don't know the calls? You know good and darn well that was a foul. What are you crying about, bro? What are you crying about? And they say, this is their favorite thing now. No, bro. No, you wasting time out. Listen, I would be so pissed off at my player if he did this shit and there's a blatant foul. Bro, Luka love that. No. Luka, please. You don't move your feet. Let's calm down, bro. You don't move your feet. It could have been a foul. It's a 50-50 ball. Like I'm just being honest with your game. But you know, speaking of that game, I can skip over a few, right? Yeah. Speaking of that game, the Lakers versus the Nuggets, right? Now,
that's what I've been waiting for, bro.
You've been waiting for this. Did you watch this game?
Come on, bro. Laker Nation all day, bro.
Hell no, you was scared as hell. Everyone by 2 points. You was scared as hell. The Lakers versus the Nuggets. Man, I like the Lakers. They was playing faster. They played a little faster. I think they got a groove with the faster. It's just weird to see like LeBron play like the third fiddle, fourth fiddle, man. I don't like it.
Nah, bro. That's exactly where you should be at, bro.
Y'all listen.
Exactly
You know what I realized when it comes to superstars in the NBA, right? Y'all look at all the bad things. Like it's never a medium. It's never a middle ground for superstars, right? It's either they're doing really good tonight or they're doing bad tonight. And that's for the fans' perspective, right? That's for the fan. Like, if LeBron's not scoring 27, 29 points, whatever the case may be, or if he's not having electrifying plays, it's like, oh, what is he out there for? We can get somebody else. Like who?
I actually like Bron out there. He's a nice role player, bro.
But here's the thing, though, right? Like, I agree with that. But it's like, if you're so conditioned to seeing LeBron be the superstar, and now he's no longer a superstar, it's like, to the average fan, he's wasting space. You get what I'm saying? Like, so if he has a turnover, it's like, oh man, see, this is why we gotta get him out of the lake. We gotta get him out of LA. He just turned the ball over. It's never like a medium ground versus like Austin Reeves throws a turnover. It's like, it's all good. It's all good. He'll get us 2 points. Meanwhile, LeBron turns the ball over. There's an uproar, but then he diving on the floor for a rebound at 41. Something Luka would have never did.
That's not what he's getting paid for, bro.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Bro, we can't have.
You think LeBron is getting paid $51 million so he can dive on the floor?
Yeah, LeBron's a tank, bro. He
Heck no. If LeBron gets injured, y'all done. If he gets injured, he coming back next year with the injury and getting paid $51 million.
I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of worried because he was on the ground a little too long.
Yeah, bro, but look, listen. Y'all can't say he's stat pad. Y'all can't, because I want y'all, and I also want to address this about the stat pad. You can't say stat pad. If his career average is 26 points and he averaging 20 points this year, that means his stats gonna go down. Everything gonna go down now. So it ain't gonna be about stat pad. It ain't gonna be about stat pad. So I do like the Lakers. I don't think we gave the Lakers enough credit for that game when it comes to defense. Jamal Murray was shut down with 5 points. And it made me realize if you can shut everyone else down, you can shut the Nuggets down. You can beat the Nuggets. This is the mistake that people made with Shaq. Everybody was trying to stop Shaq. Let's draft more 7-footers. Larry Brown, when he would coach the Detroit Pistons, said, nah, let him and Ben Wallace go at it. Let's stop Kobe. We have Kobe shooting 21% from three, 30-something percent, or 30 or low 40s from the field. We can win. And sure enough, they did. They won in 2004. But it's just part of the superstar syndrome, bro. It's just part of the superstar syndrome. Everything is either greatness or you're terrible. There's never any in between. There's never a solid game. You know what I mean? A heroic play off the rim. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they can win a championship turning the ball over. And so at a 7-game series, it's hard to win. It's not college. Like you might can win one game and be a fluke, but no, these are the smartest coaches, the smartest players in the world, and they all come together trying to devise plans, organize plans to stop 1 or 2 people. You know what I'm saying? So you can't do that over 7 games. But speaking of championships, I don't have the Lakers in the championship.
You don't?
I don't have the Lakers in the finals, bro. I know this is going to break your heart, but hearts are meant to be broken like records. I have the Spurs and the Celtics. I've watched the Celtics play against the Spurs, right? Watched them play against the Spurs. And they didn't have Derek White or Jason Tatum, and they still was battling. They lost, but they were still battling. Now not the Spurs. Sorry, the OKC Thunder. I watched them play against OKC, and when I watched them, I will say, I was impressed. They got a good system, man. They got a really good system, and the system held up. And they was competing, and that's what I look for in championship teams. I look for systems, good systems. They third. The Celtics is third in 3-point, 11 3-point percentage, fourth in rebounds, third in 3 points made. They got 2 superstars over there. They're gonna ball out. Same thing with the Spurs. The Spurs, I like their system. You could tell they love playing together. They love passing the basketball. They love getting each other open. They're unselfish. They don't care if Wemby has 17 or 25. They just love passing the ball. And Wemby wants to be a leader. Wemby wants to be that guy. He wants to be the one who brings another championship to the Spurs. Spurs haven't won a championship in over 12 years. It's time. It's time. Spurs is 3rd in rebounds, 5th in 3-point made, and 11th in assists. And listen, this might sound far away, right? But the teams that's in between these stats don't have a chance of winning the championship. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I see these two teams slugging it out, battling for the finals. Now, before we close out, this is past my jurisdiction, but so I'm gonna ask my guy E this. This is beyond me, but I gotta ask my guy. I might got some young guys in the community here in the society. E, you ever did spring break?
Yeah, I done the spring break.
You did spring break?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What'd you break from? You ain't go to college.
No.
What are you talking about? I gotta hear this.
Break from life, bro.
Break from life?
Break from life. Go out, enjoy
Conveniently at the same time as the other college students. So, where'd you go?
One time I went to Santa Barbara. I think it was like the same.
Santa Barbara?
Year. Yeah. I got some diverse friends, bro.
Snow White spring breaks, huh? I'll see what's going on here.
Another time I went to Mexico.
And man, you're going a couple times. Yeah. Okay, all right.
One time, bro.
What part of Mexico?
Rosaritos.
Rosaritos,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Was it worth it?
It was cool. It was a good time.
I never did a spring break. I went to college and everything. Never did a spring break. Now, I hear Houston is popping. Have you ever been to Houston?
No, I've never been to Houston.
H-Town is going down. You already know. I'm from Philly, though. I'm from Philly, but I do love Houston. I've been there a couple times. Been there a couple times, know a couple people, you know how Joe Brown get down, you know. I hear Houston is where it's at this year. I hear Houston is popping for spring break, and I don't blame it. The only thing I question is why y'all going down there with no beaches. But hey, the vibes is so nice out there. It's so great out there that I understand why. I think spring break is all the time for Houston, Atlanta. You go there at any given time of the year, if it's not cold, and you can find a great time, bro. Day parties.
See, that's the thing. Because there's no beaches, it's like you gotta get into spots. You gotta know people to know people. You gotta pay for spots.
But bro, you got beaches here in LA and you never go.
But it's
you don't go to Venice. Though. Venice is a vibe. Venice is Venice is a beach where the most tourist people or tourism happen.
Yeah, but it's not spring break vibes though.
What, taking shots?
Yeah.
You can take that anywhere.
But you don't see no like beach parties.
You don't
catch that.
Listen, I've never been to a spring break. But all I'm saying is this. LA, you can a hot Saturday, a hot day, you can go to Venice Beach. A little dirty, but you can go to Venice Beach and vibe out. You can go to not the Santa Monica Pier. You looking for like new girls and new faces. Let's say that.
Like, isn't like I don't know if it's in Virginia, but isn't there something
Virginia Beach?
Yeah, but isn't there some event going on?
I don't know. Listen, brother, I'm a man of God. Listen, brother, I stay in the house. It's past my jurisdiction. Yeah, man. Listen, brother. I like Houston for y'all, man. I like Houston for you young guys. If I can encourage anything, go to Houston. It's fun. You're right. You got to get into stuff. You got to know people. But when you get in there, it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. It's definitely a vibe, man. Shout out to all you young guys or young folks. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. Be safe. Have fun. Live life. Live life. One thing I can say, at my age, I don't look at none of that stuff and be like, oh, man, I wish I woulda. I wish I coulda. Oh, man, I just want to do it. Damn, I should try it. I look at all that stuff as like, good for them. I look at it like a proud ump. Like, yeah, good job. Good job. Have fun, my boy. I have no urges to go. In fact, at my age, man, if it's a Memorial Day weekend, I go to the places where the opposite where y'all not going. Y'all not going to be at. Where the kids going to be at? Cancun? Oh, no, we're not going to Cancun. And I'm going somewhere else. I'm going to go to Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? I'm going somewhere else or something, man. Where they going to be at? They going to be in Houston? Oh no, let's go to Jersey or New York or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just a little different. You know, where the kids gonna be at? They gonna be where? Oh, let's go out of the country. Let's go to Spain or something. Man. It's different now, man. But man, shout out to y'all, man. Listen, Real Hooper Show, man. Make sure y'all go to goalsactivewear.com. Make sure you get yourself a hoodie, man. Get yourself a hoodie, Real Hooper hoodie. As of right now, we have 18 left. And once we're listen, this is how my brand works. I'm not sitting here, this is not a clothing line, okay? What I have is what I have. And when I don't have it, I don't have it. I move on to the next thing. So if you're a real hooper and you're a real hooper who understand what we're talking about, make sure you go to goalsactivewear.com. Use code REALHOOPERS at checkout. The entire store is 15% off. Entire store. And make sure you get what you need. And then make sure you follow us on all platforms, Score Society. Until next time, let's continue to think elite and together. Welcome to Score Society.